Okay, I think it's Kawakami time, you know?
Hi.
Thank you for your call. I'm all your it's just you. You know, I've been hearing Shibuya's getting more dangerous lately. I'm sure you passed by the area on your commute to school, but don't make too many detours, okay? Does your room need cleaning, or did you need me to cook for you? I provide all sorts of services, but there's stuff I need to talk to you about. So would you request me? There's stuff that you need to talk about?
Hey.
You want to profess your love to me? I'll be heading over right away then. Please wait for me, Master. Master.
Hey, hey.
I actually really like the antique feel of this room. But I have to say goodbye to it today. What? This is the end. I've decided to quit. My boss found me a part-time job that pays better than this one. Takase-kun's guardians keep increasing their demands, so this is just what I have to do. Is that what you really want, though? You could, you know, give up your job. You could do that, but why? Why would you do any of that? What I want? Yes, what you want. Takase-kun's guardians say the only true way to apologize to Takase-kun is by paying them. If that's not true, then what's the right thing to do here? I wonder if I can escape all this if I just quit being a teacher. People like me have no right being a teacher. No! If I quit on my own, I won't have to pay them. That's why I'm going to quit both my teaching job and my maid job. What do you think? I want to say I need my teacher, but, you know, like, the whole premise is, like, I'm trying to get her to come to terms with who she is, you know? In reality, it's like, yeah, like, I don't want you to run away or stop being my teacher, but if you decide that on your own and you don't want to do these things, that's, you know, that's what I decided, but did I really decide on my own? Now that I think about it, it's too late for me to stop being a teacher. If I really felt bad for what happened, I would have resigned the day he died. And yet, I still felt that I needed to teach. I wonder why I feel that way even now. Just take a good look at yourself. You know? Sometimes you just need to look in the mirror. Vanilla-kun. Oh, that's right. I decided the way to apologize to him was to make sure there won't ever be another student like him, because I might have been able to save him if I hadn't been afraid of rumors or labels back then. I wanted to become a teacher who takes care of her students. That's the mindset I had. But now I spend all my free time at part-time jobs just so I can continue working as a teacher. But the critical work of a teacher on the back burner, so I could make apology money. That's where it all went wrong. I can't make things right with Takase-kun like this. Mistakes can be fixed. I'll be a teacher I aspire to be. That's the right way for me to make amends to Takase-kun. From here on, I refuse to pay them any more money. And that is my answer. Well, what do you think? I mean, you don't gotta ask me. You know, be confident in yourself. Why are you asking me? That's your decision.
You're right.
You can't get the right answer from someone else. It can only be found from within. I learned that from you. In a way, you're my teacher. Just kidding. I feel Kawakami's trust in me strengthening. Aww.
All right.
I've been so worried about making money that I haven't been paying attention to my students, especially you. I averted my eyes from you because you were labeled, just like Takase-kun was. But from now on, I'm going to protect you. As your teacher, I will never betray you. I want to protect you too. I care about you. I love Kawakami. That kind of line of work that kind of line only works from someone old enough to handle his own household chores. But thanks. I'll speak with the Takases. I'm not going to run anymore. Everything will be fine as long as I talk to them face to face. Alright, it's time for me to go.
Thanks.
Thank you. See you later.
Good night.
Good night. Oh, is this Master? Thank you so much for today. Oh, wait. I was supposed to stop working as Becky today. To be honest, I always kind of knew in my heart I couldn't go on like this forever. But I felt so stuck facing it alone. It's thanks to you that I actually figured out what I needed to do. Sorry, keep burping now. You know, so much for being a maid though, you know? Tell me about it. I haven't really recognized all you've done, so thank you, really. Get to bed early tonight. Lack of sleep is basically poison for your body and mind, okay? Good night. But Becky, let me smash. You want some blue? Bitches love blue. Becky, let me smash.
It's so hot.
And humid. I wish the rainy season would end soon. By the way, June's almost over. We defeated Kaneshiro, so we can rest easy for a while, I guess. So, what do you want to do today? Maybe something like a trip to Mementos? Because I don't want to immediately just like plan to go, so yeah, I'll just say I want to rest. I mean, breaks are important, but we have those requests on the message board, so don't forget to answer them. We get there when we get there! Vanilla-kun, please come to the student guidance office. Vanilla-kun, please come to the student guidance office.
Hey.
That sounded like Kawakami. I wonder what's up. Kawakami will jack you off in class now.
Sorry.
Sorry to pull you out of class, but it's about Takase-kun's guardians. I told them that I'm not going to pay them any more money. I'm quitting my part-time job too, although I'm still in talks with my boss about it. I'm going to devote myself to being a great teacher. No matter what others say, I won't waver. So, thank you for giving me such good advice. I just thought you should be the first to know. Miss Kawakami, you have guessed the Takases are here.
What?
They are here? At school? Oh god. How long are you gonna make us wait? Him again? We're talking here. Excuse me. How rude. What do you mean, how? I'm rude? You just butted in on our conversation. Excuse me. I didn't ask for your opinion. I guess a student is only good for his teacher. I was only as good as his teacher. Obviously, you lack proper education. Excuse me? I get perfects! I'm literally top of my class! Excuse me? I happen to let you know I'm actually the top 1% of my class. I actually am literally the rank #1 student in the class. You thought you could just call and say you're not going to pay anymore. Who do you think you are? It's what I've decided, for Takase-kun's sake. I'm going to make sure there won't be any more students like him, who... So you're just trying to get rid of your responsibility? I bet you don't even care about Taiki. How are you still a teacher? Maybe we really should sue the Board of Education. Are you okay with that? A teacher who caused her student to die would surely cause a scandal. I'm not going to run and hide. I'm going to spend my time taking care of my students. If you want to take legal action, then go ahead. Regardless, I will continue teaching. I've decided that's what's best. That's the best apology I can make to Takase-kun. Paying money to you two is not the solution. I say the least. Along with suing you, maybe I should tell everyone about your little secret. You know, about the little stint as a sex worker.
What?
How did you... Oh, so I'm right, am I? What? Nani? I mean, the amount of money you're paying us can't be from just a teacher's salary. You must have an OnlyFans account. Well, shall we head over to the faculty office? Stop, please. Ha! A teacher working in the sex industry. You'll definitely You've definitely done it this time. How unfortunate for you that you thought you could just leave Taiki's matter unsettled. You know what you have to do now, right? Pay up. Don't ever call us again with that garbage about stopping the payments. Well, you know, it was good while it lasted, but we're back to square one again. I guess I can't quit my part-time job just yet. But you were so determined. I know, but what am I supposed to do? Dots. What about the Phantom Thieves? You mean the thieves? Would they even help someone like me? No, that's impossible. You say that. You say that it's impossible. Kawakami appears to be deeply hurting. I need to do something for Kawakami. I can't do this anymore. What are their names again? Who? The Takases? The husband is Toshiro-san and his wife is Hiromi-san. I never forgot them. I send them money every week. Wait, why? You don't intend to do something, do you? Please don't. A Shujin teacher asking the Phantom Thieves for help would be...
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry. I was so excited to tell you that what I had decided, and then I ended up like this. Just forget everything, okay? If you don't think about it, I'm right back where... If you think about it, I'm right back where I started. Dots. I guess I'll never be able to change. Yeah. Class is about to start. I need to go. I need to do something about the targets for Kawakami. A teacher made to suffer. I see the pun there. It's raining. Weather may very well have the same effect on mementos as it has on humans. Well, we already know. I'm pretty sure. Didn't I already go to mementos when it was raining? Mementos, when it's raining, basically spawns more dangerous and more enemies, but like you get more rewards. Like there'll be more treasure chests like lying around and stuff. You scared me, boy. It be a Thursday, me boy. All we have to do now is wait. What a nerve-wracking time. By the way. Meanwhile, I am here to observe the public and attempt to refresh my mind. Do you need something? I came to see you. Ha! You must have a wealth of free time if that is your decision. I would like to speak with you about the painting I developed in mementos. Do you have time? I feel like I'm becoming closer. My bond will grow stronger. What are you gonna do? Hang out with them. I hope you do not find it too disturbing. Wait for me at LeBlanc. I will bring the painting over there. On this rainy day, I don't want it to get ruined. Don't do that.
Please hear me out.
Well, you did it anyway. What a mad lad. Sauce, this is the completed form of my draft earlier. I would like your honest opinion, if you would. It's enigmatic. Enigmatic? Enigmatic. I don't know. That's just kind of hard to say.
Yes.
As it should be. I do not paint for the sake of others' comprehension. Regardless, this is how I choose to interpret the idea of desire. Indeed. It is the foul charm that is deep within the abyss of the heart. To be honest, I believe my ability to capture the desire so elegantly is all due to our mementos foray. I have grown to understand the intricacies of the heart in a way I had once thought impossible.
To tell the
Sauce,
truth,
I intend on submitting this piece to an upcoming public art exhibition. Nobody has seen the abyss of the heart in such a raw manner before. This discourse will be fascinating. More importantly, it shall be a spark of the that revitalizes my slumbering art career. I can't wait, dog. Looks pretty good. Indeed, I expect you to accompany me for the moment it finally is revealed to the general public. I'm sure this will be the most sensational experience for those who opt to undergo it. A raw, unbridled look at the depths of the human psyche, and I was the one who was able to bring it to life, all thanks to your assistance.
thank
You have my sincerest gratitude. I feel like my bond with Yusuke is growing deeper. Hell yeah. Nice.
All right.
I deeply anticipate the public reaction at this exhibition, but for now, I should be going. My apologies for disturbing you. Not a problem, dog.
See you.
I love art. Farewell. I saw Yusuke off to the station. I want to thank you again for earlier. Getting a raw, unfiltered opinion was invaluable. I was even able to come up with a new interpretation thanks to your help. I'm on a roll right now. I shall keep up this momentum and apply it to the thieves as well. You're already doing enough, dog. You're a strong, independent man. Work on your art, man. No, I can guide us even further to greatness. Ha! Your very presence amplifies my ambition. What a strange fellow you are. I can hardly wait to hear back about the public exhibition, so I can share the joy with you. I will contact you again later. Expect good news. I only expect great news from you, Yusuke.
You're back.
Ah, you're back.
I'll just add this.
No witty comment from Morgana. It's like, hey, you wanna go bathe yourself or something? I don't know. How about no? Hey, next time, tell me when you're when it's just an interview. I look like an idiot getting all dressed up for that. And that Oya-san, she's the devil incarnate. It was horrible. What happened? She's pretty, but super scary too. I got blasted with endless questions. I got hit on by a drag queen. And after all that, I got yelled at. It's just, where did I go wrong? Seriously. But anyway, I did my best to promote the Phantom Thieves. Remember when you're reading a glowing article about you guys? Okay? I remember the article that, yeah. You did the request as I asked you to do. Thanks. Hey, there's something I want to talk to you about. It's super important. Do you think you can make some time right now? I feel like my bond with Mishima will grow stronger soon. What do? I'll hang out with him. You're the only one I could talk to about this. We should go somewhere quiet if possible.
What do you think?
How about Inukashira Park? Bro, everyone goes to Inukashira Park.
Hey!
I have some great info for you. It's about the next target for the Phantom Thieves. This one's massive. You sure are fired up.
No.
Well, of course, we've got a huge target on our hands. This is the guy. He's a handsome young actor who's been rapidly gaining popularity lately. He's great at acting, a solid conversational skills. He's even been in all sorts of commercials. If you manage to change his heart, everyone will have to start paying attention to the thieves. But what did he do wrong? He's got to be doing some shady stuff. I just know it. But that's just an assumption. Is he actually doing bad stuff? And no, I'm not saying that just out of jealousy. I heard a rumor that a famous idol fell into his clutches. You need to act on behalf of her fans. Rumors are wrong all the time, though. I only like to work in the facts. No, this has got to be what the evil underbelly of the entertainment industry really looks like. Anyway, if this isn't your job, isn't it your job to listen to the public's wishes? You have to change his heart. But the public isn't wishing for him to... What? I mean, this would be best for publicity... The best publicity possible for you guys.
What do you think?
Well, pretty good tactic, huh? Aren't I an amazing producer? Just you wait. I thought you were the strategic image management, right? I'm gonna put the thieves on the map. You'll practically be swimming in requests. Mishima's motivation seems to be growing stronger. Yeah, that's not a good thing. He's asking us to take on targets that aren't even evil.
All right.
You've changed, brother. You've changed. That's right. I'm the producer for the famous thieves. I'm not boring. I'm not a zero. Dots. Hey, take out your phone.
All right.
I just sent you the actor's data. But why? I'm not gonna change his heart. Don't worry, this request will boost your popularity, guaranteed. After all, I'm the only reason you guys have gotten this far, right? I don't like that kind of talk, brother. I don't like it. It's like doing the group project and everyone like does their part and shares, you know, the information equally, and then someone like slaps their name at the top and says, I did all the work. You guys would be nowhere without me. Like, I usually take the nice guy route and say like, all right, sure, let's hypothetically say that the strategic image management rep really is an important role in the Phantom Thieves. You know, like him getting us popularity on the fan site and stuff. Like, say that's like super duper important. You shouldn't say like that's the only thing that like gets us to where we are. Because he's not the one going into, you know, mementos, going into palaces, and actually stopping the criminals. He's basically just hyping us up. He's doing, like, what Oya's doing, but over the internet, rather than over a newspaper. You know? Which is why it's, like, it's curious to me why he sort of sees her as, like, the devil incarnate. You know, like, she must have just tried to hit him with, like, the full blow of charm, and he just freaked out. But, like, honestly, for me, if I was, like, Mishima, I would actually sort of, like, want to hang out with Oya. Because, like, I can sort of get, like, the insider scoop of being, like, a reporter and, you know, basically funneling information and knowing how to, like, twist words to, like, make things seem better or whatnot. You know what I mean? No, and I'm not saying, like, twist as in, like, a bad way, like, manipulate the public. I'm just saying, like, you know, give it the old razzle-dazzle that sort of makes people look good and bad. You know, like media kind of normally does. But I'm not saying, like, lie to the public. I'm just saying, you know, like, do that whole, like, media kind of, like, ooh, this is kind of cool. Like, check this out. And, like, sort of trying to, like, reel in audience. I don't know. You could just learn more about that from this person. But he's like, oh, I'm important. I'm not a zero. I'm important. And I don't care about anyone else. The Phantom Thieves should be bowing down to me and worship me like a god. Like, no. See, but also the thing is, it's, I know the dialogue, because you know, I basically, the dialogue options he likes is, you know, like, praising him. So he's gonna hate it if I say, like, you know, is that so? Like, cool. But I don't want to say absolutely nice job, because I don't think he's doing a nice job anymore. He's being, like, you know, stuck up now. He's sort of like squeezing the stick kind of like in his butthole a little bit, you know. It's kind of hanging out a little, but he's starting to like cram a stick up his butt, you know. Yeah, it's all because of me. The thieves' success is thanks to me. The thieves are changing the world, and that means I'm the one who's responsible for those changes.
Damn it.
That means I'm not a zero. Make sure you check the info I sent you. I'll let you know once I found out some more details.
See you around.
Bye. You've changed, man. You've changed. Whoa, congrats, man. You're tall. Ah, we were able to grab a seat. Why don't you try reading something until we get there? I actually have books to read. Now, what should I go for first? Find the posture that feels most suitable for you.
Nice.
Chew, it's impossible to aim your throw without having a solid stance.
Oh.
So you finished reading Learn Darts Pro. Did you get some tips on playing darts? There sure is a lot more to the game than it first seemed, huh? That said, there's not much to just studying the theory of it. Let's put that knowledge to use and play sometime.
All right.
You can now use third eye when playing darts. It increases your focus when preparing to throw a dart, making it easier to hit where you aim. Oh, you're almost at the station. It's time. I'd say that was an efficient use of your time. I'd say so too. Finally actually had books to read. But I'm only basically reading these books that like you can't, that don't like involve sort of like social stat rank ups. I skipped breakfast. I'm so hungry. I want something filling, but with summer coming up, I'm so worried about having too many calories. Why don't you get tea? The diner in Shibuya serves fruit tea. Ha! It smells good, it's great for your skin, and it totally increases your charm. Fruity? Wait, what a cute name. Sounds yummy. But stylish starts from the inside out after all. Being stylish starts from the inside out after all. I guess I'll try some.
Wow.
Fruity, huh? Sounds like a hip drink that's real popular with the ladies. Do you want to try some? Sounds delicious.
Nice.
I'm gonna take that fruity head on, baby. No rule against dudes drinking it. If it tastes good and makes you more stylish, might as well try it, right? It might be a good idea to boost your charm by drinking fruity whenever you're at the diner.
Good morning.
Yo, bro, you want to drink some fruity with me so we can increase our charm? Hell yeah, I'm gonna get more fruity for you, brother. You ever just want to get more fruity for your homies? I know I sure would. Good morning, Sasuke. What are you looking at? Let's get going. We're gonna be late if we don't hurry. Maybe I want to be late.
I should write something.
Can Makoto cook dumplings? Does Makoto cook? Oh wait, no, she does. Doesn't Makoto does cook? Because she cooks for Sai and her when they're at home, right? Because she always has like dinner prepared for Sai, right? So Makoto does cook. Anywho. Can't talk to Maruki. We got On. I probably should hang out with On for sure. Yeah, for sure. Caustic soda. I should you know, honestly, every time I say that, I kind of want to do a, that might be one of the little, like, fun projects I do later on, where I just, like, do some, like, goofy things in Payday or something. I think that'd be fun. Why do I feel like, did I hit a button? Why do I feel like my, camera angle is a little more zoomed out than normal? I might just be high. I think I'm just high.
We'll just have to wait for
I guess we'll just have to wait. The suspense is seriously killing me. I've been thinking of going to see Shiho in the hospital. Do you think you could maybe spend some time together before I go? I feel like we become closer. My bond will grow stronger soon. Let us hang out with her. Thanks! What should I get for Shiho? It's hard deciding by myself. I don't know. You've been friends with her longer than me.
For real?
Actually, I mean, I'd probably consider myself more of an acquaintance with her because, you know, I only bumped into her once before, you know, the whole fiasco. Hey, I have some big news. The double cream from the famous crepe shop is half off right now. Oh, but I probably can't take a crepe into the hospital, huh? I really want one, though. Do you think maybe Shiho would want one, too? You know, I'm gonna be honest with you. Should probably cut back on the sweets. Just gonna, you know, I'm not trying to say, you know, you're, you know, rounded, but if you're trying to watch your body and exercise, you probably shouldn't be eating, you know, stuff with like millions of calories. Right. It might be half off, but I should try to control myself.
Oh.
Shiho might have rehab today too. They probably wouldn't even let her eat it. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, Shiho started her physical rehab. She pushed it up ahead of schedule. I think it's because I told her how I want to get stronger. She said she was gonna start working hard too. I haven't actually seen any of her rehab sessions yet though. Oh, hold on. What? Now? That's not good. Sorry, something just came up. That was from the agency. One of the models didn't show for the magazine shoot they're doing. They're looking to wrap soon, so I'm gonna head over to fill in.
Go.
It's pretty close though. Want to come with? Actually, let's just go. I'll race you there. We're gonna be out of breath when we get there. You're gonna be like sweating. They're gonna be like, sorry, the sweat's like, you know, ruining your makeup. We arrived at the meeting spot. Looks like they're having a pre-shoot briefing. On-senpai, I'm so pumped to get to work with you today. After I saw you in last year's show, I think I'm gonna cry.
Right.
It really wasn't a big deal. That fashion show was tiny. By the way, I'm Mika, and please, no horrifics. I might be older, but you have loads more experience, On-senpai. Right, Mika. It feels a little weird saying it like that. You don't need to use senpai with me. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. Likewise, An-chan. You're so nice. Hey, can you teach me how to be a better model? You know, your everyday routines, stretches. Routines? You mean like singing in the shower? Oh, is that what you do? Then what kind of stuff do you eat? I've been looking all over the place for important organic green almonds. Plus, I'm getting super tired of eating quinoa? Is that how you say it? Do I, like, need to boil it in water or something? Almonds? I never eat those when they're covered in... I only eat those when they're covered in chocolate. And hard water isn't it kind of tough to boil ice? Are you okay? You know, ice is just the solid form of water. See, so ice just melts and then becomes water and then it boils and then becomes vapor. Excuse me? Dots. Do you weigh yourself? Of course! Once a year for health examinations at school. I see where this is going. So you're gonna keep it all a secret from me, huh? I get it. I guess it's hard trusting someone you just met. That's not it. I just really think about that stuff. It has nothing. I just don't really think about that stuff. It has nothing to do with trusting you. It's more like modeling as a hobby for me. What? Senpai, that's horrible. What do you mean you don't care about modeling for these guys? You said that, Anchan? Wait, I love this magazine. Everyone tries so hard to make sure their product is the best. Mika-chan, just calm down. Don't worry, we all know that you're giving it your all here. But you guys work so much harder than me, and I'm the one who's just getting comforted. Hold on! Anchan, truth is, we both had you and Mika-chan come as substitutes for our missing model. We wanted both of you to cover, but if you're not really interested... Hey, I didn't! Don't worry, I can do it alone. I read the concept docs on my way here.
What?
You faker! You're so mean, Anchan. Do you really hate me that much? Keep it civil, you two. Anyway, you're good to go, Mika-chan? Sorry about all this, Anchan. We don't need you today. We'll reimburse your transportation expenses, though, and even throw in a little extra for your trouble. You're still paying her? Excuse me? Hold on. What kind of foreign country is this? If I showed up to something and then they were like, nah, we don't need you anymore, they wouldn't fucking pay me. Are you serious? Excuse me? But... Well, boys, it looks like I'm moving to Japan. Dots. The magazine staff left the photo shoot. I really screwed that up. She's amazing, huh? Yeah, but maybe it's because deep down, I'm not actually that invested into modeling. Well, you said you were going to be like an action star. Like, which is it, Jam John? Do you like modeling or do you want to be a movie star? She sees straight through that. Anyway, I totally ruined the shoot. But still, wasn't Mika's fake crying pretty incredible? It had grace. Oh, maybe that's what I'm missing. I don't know though. I think I'm pretty good at fake crying myself. I know the perfect technique. Tell me more. Well, basically, you punch yourself in the throat, and then you get that sort of like raspy, like choke on your own words type feel, and it also from the pain of you punching yourself in the throat, you start crying. There you go. Listen carefully. The key is you don't actually cry. Really? I never would have thought that. Honestly, when you tell me, like, you can fake cry, I really started thinking you were gonna actually, like, break down and cry right in front of me. Like, legitimately. I mean, that's why it's fake. Either way, I think I'll be able to use this ability to our advantage in the metaverse. I'll turn my failure today into positive energy going forward. I sense a heightened motivation from On. I can also kind of feel the stupidity coming off. Sorry, no offense, but crocodile tears. Chance to force enemies to ask for less during negotiations.
All right.
Speaking of the metaverse, I'm gonna try super hard to work with the thieves too. But for now, I should stop by and see if Shiho at the hospital. Thanks for today.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye, bestie.
You're back.
You're back.
Hey, hey.
I don't care about my sooty armor, dog.
I'll just add this.
I'll just add this. Joker, why do you keep drawing dicks all over it? I don't know, man. In 2077, what makes someone a criminal? Getting cocked. Oh, those are great. I love those. I think it's time
That's really funny.
to initiate talking to the waifu.
Oh,
Hey, it's that fortune teller everyone talks about. Are you going to get your fortune read? Yes, I am.
greetings.
And I'm also going to change my future as well. Because I'm going to make love with her. Oh, hello. Please take a seat.
Hello.
Hello there. This is your first time here, yes? If it's not often that I get young men stopping by my stand. Anyway, my name is Chihaya Mifu. Is that how you say it? Buffoon? I will be reading your fortune today. You can begin by telling me your name. I am Sauce Vanilla. Ah, Sauce Vanilla-san, I see. Your name is quite lucky. That aside, what type of consultation can I interest you in today? Give me your full package. Very well, I suppose the life of a high schooler is difficult after all. Now then, let's start with the initial reading to test the waters of your fate.
Here we go.
Oh, divine power, bring forth this boy's fortune. Your first card is, I see. As for the second, oh, next is,
Is this?
yes, I've seen everything. A stream of light obscuring the sun, like an arrow tearing through the sky.
Here it is.
I see. There seems to be a wealth in your future. Your financial fortune is looking good today. This wealth of which I speak will come from your house. Head home tonight head home without detour, and precisely 5,000 yen will await you there. Well, I'll do just that, nice lady.
Yes.
As you should. Fate is absolute. But what is this? How strange, Vanilla-san. The general flow of your fortunes seems to indicate ruin. An inmate locked away in a lonely cell? You seem to be a good person, Vanilla-san, but are you perhaps mixed up with the wrong crowd? Well, you see about that, there is a long-nosed man that gave me superpowers, and he has his two twins beat the crap out of me. Oh, I see. It makes a lot of sense now. Beyond that, it seems continuing your current path will lead to your death. Well, you know, how can I, avoid that? I really would not like to die. I cannot offer advice to that end. If the divination is coming to me this clearly, the truth is just simply undeniable. Although, now that I think about it, there may be a way you can attempt to counteract your destiny. All you need is my special spiritual object, the Holy Stone. With this power in your control, you can avoid even the most unfortunate of futures. Probably. I need like actual like results here. I can't just be, if you hold on to this magic stone, you may or may not die. Thanks. I typically only recommend this to my more experienced customers, but your situation is too dire to ignore. You see, the stone itself is imbued with the aura of the joy that will snap away all the horrible energy surrounding you. All you need to do is keep it wrapped in cloth and be sure to recharge its power in moonlight every 3 days.
What do you say?
As for the cost, it's only 100,000 yen. Not bad for an item that can change your very future, yes? Are you trying to swindle me out of your products, woman? Seems kind of sus, you know? You seem kind of sus. Do you need to get ejected? It's legitimate, I promise. So you really don't want it?
Is that so?
What a shame it will be to see the flames of youth snuffed out so soon. Well, come see me again if you change your mind. I can really help you if you'd like. Oh, don't worry. I'm gonna be helping you in way more ways possible. I'm just
You're back.
letting you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Maybe you and me could, like, hold hands or something, you know? You know what I'm saying? Intertwine our fates together, you know what I'm saying? I'm reading the future right now. It looks like, yes, I go on a few dates with Chihaya. Yes. She starts to like me. Yes. Oh, I think I see it. We become a couple by the end of the playthrough. Now you have to watch. You have to see if my prediction comes true. Oh, you're home. I've been waiting for you.
Oh.
The chief seems to be strangely happy. I wonder what's going on. Hey, Sauce, how's your pocket money situation been looking? I have 9 million yen fortune. What do you mean Dude, it's 9 million yen, dog. I could buy extreme soba for whatever what was it Ryuji wanted? He's like, oh, it's pork bean soba for, weeks on end or something. Whatever he was saying. Here.
For real?
What? It's 5,000 yen. I won some money on the lotto, so I don't mind sharing my winnings. Thanks. See, I can be nice sometimes. Anyway, make sure you close up shop like always. Hey, so does this mean the fortune teller was right? It sure does. I think so.
That's incredible.
She even got the amount spot on. Maybe that Chihaya lady can seriously read into the future. Wait, this is bad. Didn't she say you're gonna die? Come on, we need to talk to her again and figure out what to do. And maybe I can have her read my compatibility fortune with...
No.
Never mind. Seems like the Chihaya Mifune can actually see into the future. Maybe I should go back to her and have her read my fortune again. And there's the Holy Stone too. She said it costs 100,000 yen. Oh, that's pocket change for me, dog. Honestly. I will actually, now that I've kind of started the initiation of Chihaya,
Well, shall we
I'm
begin?
assuming Kawakami's pulling through for us, but she actually is hands down, I think, the hardest confidant to start, because there's so many hurdles you have to get through for her. So I know for a lot of people, if you are not super interested in the character, you will easily fall off, because you don't even get her first rank up until you do 3 things for her. That was the first conversation. We initiated the conversation, and we know that she's an actually really good fortune teller. There's another hurdle we have to get through, and then a third hurdle we have to get through before I get the conversation that starts her confidant. Not to mention that, yes, I will, it already kind of hinted at it, you do have to pay that 100,000 yen for the stone. It's, inevitable. So that's why a lot of people are like, I don't want to give this woman 100,000 yen. That's stupid. She's such an expensive hoe. And I'm like, no, she's an expensive hoochie. Well, then, let's begin class. We'll start with a summary of the previous lesson.
Well...
Mr. Inu, please come to the faculty office at once.
What's all this?
Oh, I'm going to the faculty office. Make sure you take this time to study. Kawakami's been kind enough to give us some free time, so we better put it to good use.
What do you want to do?
So what do you plan? What's the plan? We're gonna read, so I can read the billiards book. Try imagining the invisible line.
Nice.
Ah, so you look at it from the bird's eye view and predict the ball's pathway.
Oh.
So you finished reading Expert Billiards. That book was filled with billiard know-hows, and the trick shot section got me pumped, especially the behind-the-back jump shots.
All right.
By learning trick shots, your technical rank has been unlocked. If you successfully strike a trick shot, your technical rank will increase. When your technical rank increases, the damage you deal with the technical hit during battle will also increase. If you increase your rank even higher, enemies will get knocked down as well. You can learn the trick shots by reading books and using the proper gear. Trick shots require a certain degree of proficiency to succeed. Let's give it a try next time. Ah, the teacher's back.
That's odd.
Who could have made that announcement? At any rate, let's return to our lesson for now.
Yep.
Phew, that was close. Kawakami helped us get a good chunk of free time, though. Free time!
Hey.
Hey, shouldn't you tell the others about the target mementos? I don't
write
know. Maybe
something.
you should tell them. Got him. Why is it always my job? Oh, wait, I'm the leader, right? Duh. I have to tell them myself. That said, all we can do now is wait until Kaneshiro's change of heart becomes clear to us. About the trip to the red light district, do you have time today? Feel like I'm become closer. What are you gonna do? Hang out with her.
All right then.
Great, let's meet up after we change out of our uniforms. Well, I'm gonna go walk around. Let me know when you're ready to leave. There are so many people here. I guess this really is the biggest red light district in Asia, huh? Apparently this place was a hotbed for criminals and illegal immigrants before they installed surveillance cameras. I heard there was quite a few brothels as well. Oh no. Brothels? Brothels? You seem pretty well informed.
Yes.
Oh my god, what was it? That sweet Podrick dick. Game of Thrones. Because there's that scene with like Podrick and all like the hoochies at the brothel, whatever, and then he didn't have to like end up paying them because like for like whatever he did. I guess like he was like, you know, so entertaining and sexy or something that the term, like, you know, the hoochie mamas in the brothel didn't like request like payment for him. So like forever, like the fan base has been wondering, like, god damn, like what did Podrick do to those hoochies that like he didn't have to pay them? Like, holy shit. Must have been some really good dick. Well, I heard a great deal about it from my father. This is the first time I've actually been here myself, though. Regardless, it's become far safer now than it used to be. Of course, the surveillance cameras played a substantial role in that, but it was mainly thanks to the police efforts that cleaned up this area.
But
Even so, there's no way to eradicate crime entirely. It seems the operations nowadays are only better hidden.
shall we go?
Anyway, seeing is believing, yes? Come on, let's have a look around. At Makoto's request, we walk separately through Shinjuku. Countless men try to start conversations with her. Yeah, back off! She's mine. Did we lose him? That guy was so persistent.
Oh my.
He must have been a scout for a hostess club and mentioned how his girls get paid a lot to wear cute dresses. All I want to do is ask if any Shujin students worked there, but he nearly dragged me inside with him. If you hadn't been there to rescue me, that was pretty dangerous.
Yes.
Honestly, Makoto, legit, again, I think I said this when we were invading Kaneshiro's palace. You're also the type of gal that's like, someone will walk up to you and be like, why'd you take your shoes off? And then you'll be all like, oh, so I don't break your jaw when I kick it. Like, legit, I swear, like, you're Kaido. What does she take, like, Kaido? I think she knows, like, Kaido or something. Something like jujitsu, whatever, like, you know, 1,000 years of death. Let me harness my Rasengan. Like, Makoto could probably, like, whoop someone's ass, honestly. For him, maybe. For him, maybe. I thought I was going to have to knock him out. Exactly, that's what I'm talking about. She's gonna, like, break someone's jaw, dude. I'm glad nobody had to get hurt, though. I guess that's how they do it. I've learned something new today.
Thank you very much.
Oh, and thanks again. It seems you have a knack for helping me out. I hope I can do the same for you someday. I can sense it quite resolved from Makoto. Nice.
All right.
That aside, even though this was a shopping district, there are absolutely no students around here, and definitely no Shujin students, though I guess they wouldn't come in uniforms either way. Well then. Except for Ryuji. Uh-oh. That was...
Did you notice
I used to be in the same class as her, but why is she here? Uh-oh. The after-school salon? What kind of place is this? What kind of place is this? That was such a great episode. I'm not sure, but it seems suspicious. I'll have to ask her about it. Oh, and I'd like for you to be there too, as my witness. Would that be okay? Anything for you, Makoto. Well, we've spent quite a bit of time here. Let's head back to the station.
All right then.
Thank you for today. Hey, I wanted to thank you again for tagging along today. That was the first time I ever had to deal with a barker. I didn't know they could be that persistent. Today was exhausting, but I also learned a lot. I guess nothing beats practical experience. Couldn't agree more. Honestly, I've realized I can't solve these problems on my own. I took what happened today to make that clear. It took what happened today to make that clear. I also plan on looking into the Shujin students we saw there. It'd be great if we could help me with that sometime. For now, see you later. Makoto needs me to help her with her problems. You got
You're back.
You got a backache that I could potentially fix, you know?
Let's do
Oh no! Too horny. Too horny. I'll see you later. Huh? Who could that be at this hour? Let's go somewhere tomorrow. We've been busy lately, so I want to be able to at least relax on Sunday. Where would be a good place to go? I know. Want to try go to the fishing pond in Chihaya? Ooh, the fishing pond, huh? Sounds fun. So are you going to go there with Ryuji? Let's commit. I want to go to the fishing pond so I can unlock that place, as well as hang out with my brewski. Oh, I got a bite. I hope there will be fish. I hope the other fish will bite this easily. Let's meet in Shinjuku tomorrow then. Night. Hey, they have lots of fish at the pond, right? I can't wait. Hell yeah! The moat of the Edo Castle still exists here, juxtaposed with modern life. The pond besides the station is a gem. Give it a try. You may land a big one.
All right.
You can now fast travel to the pond. Can't wait to catch Ryuji, you know what I'm saying? With my bait. They call me the master baiter.
Hey.
Oh my, okay, to be fair though, I do, you know, take care of business a lot, so I dabble in, you know, personal baiting. Whatever. Don't look at me like that. I know you. I see you looking at me like that. Don't judge me. Whatever. So I was thinking about the future. With you as the leader and me as your right-hand man. Hey, doesn't meeting in a place like this look like we're talking some shady business? I like it. This is so shady, man. Like we're regular high school students during the day, but at night. You know what I mean. Man, it's getting me pumped up. Man, the fish ain't biting. The float hasn't moved at all. If only there was a master fisher around, then we could steal their ideas.
Whoa!
Whoa! That's Kawakami, isn't it? What's she doing here? Oh crap, she's coming this way. Is Kawakami the master baiter? Ooh. 2 boys at a fishing pond on a Sunday, huh? Why are you sitting around like old men? Why don't you go out and do something more exciting? Whoa, look who's talking. Adults need times to themselves to unwind and clear their thoughts. You'll understand soon enough when you start working in the real world. Wow, sounding real old there, Kawakami. She's not old. That's Miss Kawakami to you?
For real?
Holy crap, Kawakami, could be our master fisher, Sauce. She's hooking fish like crazy. Call her the master baiter. It's easy, just clear your mind and free yourself from negative thoughts. So the trick is not to think. How am I supposed to do that? Usually you never think anyway. Let go of worldly desires. I see. So if you tell yourself, I don't want any fish, nope, not gonna work. I ain't asking for tips because I wanna get fish. I'm asking for tips because I wanna get fish. It's a nice sunny day. I didn't think I'd be stuck fishing with you two on my day off. 2 troublemakers and they're no good teacher. I guess we're perfect for each other. Whoa. She keeps fishing even as she nags. I'm impressed. Call her Master Kawakami. Ha ha! Got her! Dots! Once again, it's Miss Kawakami.
Wanna head back?
Didn't think I'd see something like that today. Guess we'll head back. Woo! Is it hot and steamy in here, or is it just me? I saw that blush, Kawakami. I saw it.
Well then.
She liked it. That reminds me, the home shopping program is on TV.
should
Want to
write
go
something.
check it out? No. Call Kawakami the masturbator. I think that joke has run its course. I'm sorry. I mean, come on, man. I gotta wife her up, dog. Oh, you're Vanilla-san from the other day, right? I remember you. You had a very abnormal destiny, as I recall. Please, take a seat. You want to purchase a holy stone, huh? Just for 100,000 yen, you could change your fate. For that much, it better not only change your fate, but also give you incredible luck. If you do end up buying one, we should head home and test it out. Well, what do you want to do? I'll buy one. Thank you very much. Here you go. The holy stone. I got a few holy stones that I could show you. You know, actually that one doesn't really work, sorry. It's the smart thing to do, considering this is the only way to avoid misfortune. It's already charged with happiness aura, so so you'll feel the effects right away. Don't forget to recharge it with moonlight every 3 days. Please stop by again. Let me know how your fate changed. Goodbye. I should head home. You're home.
back.
I see you're getting swindled by hot women. I was just about to close up shop, but I forgot to turn off the stove. Oh, shit. Did I leave the stove on? I guess you start forgetting things more as you get older. Last time we went to the fortune teller, the chief won the lottery. I wonder what kind of luck we'll have this time around. It should be awesome, right? I mean, we paid 100,000 yen for that holy... Ow! What the heck? Hey, can't you keep this thing a little cleaner? I can't be comfortable with this gravel at the bottom of the... Wait, Sauce, I have a bad feeling about this. Hey, do you mind looking over the shop while I...
For real?
The stone shattered! What's gotten into you?
Whoa!
Huh? It tastes salty. Hey, the holy stone is just salt. Sauce, what's going on? She swindled me. Salt. I'm salty now. Huh? Are you a psychic or something? I was about to head out and grab some salt from the shop. For the shop, I think he said. I'll be back in a bit. I think this is technically rock salt. I've seen the chief grinding some up before. Wait, in that case, maybe the holy stone is supposed to help you get better at cooking. I think that fortune teller tricked us. What? Are you saying she scammed us out of 100,000 yen? Yet, we could have bought loads of fatty tuna with that money. Dude, I got 9 million yen. Don't worry about it. She scammed us. That's the only thing we really got to worry about right now. So the Holy Stone was really just a phony stone in the end. The fortune teller's name was Chihaya, right? She clearly has some kind of mystical power, but this is just unacceptable. We need to go to complain to her. Turns out the Holy Stone I bought from Chihaya was fake. I should talk to her and try to figure out her true intentions. God damn it, woman! You swindled me! Bamboozled! Don't you just hate it when you try and wife up your waifu, but then she sells you a phony stone that inevitably is just rock salt and then tells you you're gonna die in the future? Damn, just sucks. We're able to grab a seat. Might as well read batting as a science then. Batting techniques for the pros. It really is possible to get better at batting just by reading a book.
Oh.
So you finished batting science. It really went into detail about how you can identify what kind of pitch is coming at you. We should go to the batting cages sometime and try out what you learned.
All right.
You can now use third eye at the batting cages. It will help you focus and hit the ball easily. Oh, we're almost at the station. I'd say that was an efficient use of your time. Well, you know, I try to be effective. Actually,
Oh my god.
that's a good question. I kind of forget the science behind it, but like, is it better to be effective or efficient? Because I think they're like sort of different meanings. Like being effective means like you get the job done, but you may not plan or use your resources like well. Whereas efficiency is like you use your resources well, but it may not give like the most positive result. And I forget like which one was better. I don't know. That's just like, you know, some things you just kind of think about. Also, I have to answer a question, and I'm not really ready for it, but here we go. It's already June, huh? I hate the rainy season, but when it ends, it's just hot. The humidity is what kills me about Japanese summers. I miss the dry heat of California. Not to mention, July and August both have 31 days. Summer is long. Now then, Mr. Vanilla.
How about you?
2 people are responsible for July and August having 31 days. Do you know who these people are? Julius and Augustus, right?
This is it.
Augustus Group?
That's
just kidding.
correct.
Great, that's right. You may already know this, but the months of July and August are named after the Roman emperors Julius and Augustus. Augustus' name was named a month after himself, just like Julius. However, he felt like he would be losing if his month was shorter than Julius's, so he added a day. It's a mystery why men are so stubborn and prideful over silly things like this. Hey, did you get that question? I wasn't even close. It must be smart. Teacher's glaring at us. Okay,
Nice
it must be
going.
smart and answer. No, I'm just fucking. It's just basic knowledge. I don't know. I feel like it's easy because they literally. It's literally Julius, July, Augustus, August. I don't know. It's just. That's just like you could put the text clues together. So I don't know. Well, as far as you're all concerned, you're just lucky. You're just lucky to get a long vacation. But before that, you have exams. They start next week on the 13th. Don't forget, okay? Oh,
Now.
God, we already got to do exams again? Next Wednesday, huh? You better make sure you study. Well, you know, I'm already the smartest kid in class, so I don't think I got to worry about that. You know? My genius. It's almost frightening. It's raining. Yeah, I know it has
should write
effect on
something.
mementos. Don't tell me how to live my life, Morgana. I only go to mementos when there's literally absolutely no one to talk to. But we have Yusuke to talk to, so might as well. Oh my god, that's right. I'm just reminded of something. I forget the whole context behind it. But I think Yusuke, I think it has something to do it has like a play on like some deity that's fox related, how he takes on like his you know, mask or whatever is a fox. It has something to do with that. But Yusuke also mentioned beforehand in the game, I'm pretty sure when you first like interact with him, that rain and storms seem to follow him. where Yusuke goes. And actually something I did not realize on any of my first playthroughs until like I read it like online. It rains whenever you like hang out with Yusuke. As you can clearly see, it's a rainy day. And I think the last time, the last time we hung out with Yusuke, when he was available, it was raining. So like most of the available days you hang out with Yusuke, it rains, like in the morning. Not to mention, there will be a lot of future events that you'll see get canceled because Yusuke comes along. I don't want to spoil those, but you'll see. But it's just something I wanted to bring up now because I thought it was really interesting that like it's something you don't pick up when you're playing the game, but then when you kind of like are reminded of it, it's you know, you actually notice it. And I've actually now noticed that like every time we pretty much hang out with Yusuke, it rains. So it's just really interesting. All we have to do in nerve-wracking. Meanwhile, observe the public. Came to see you. Must have a wealth of free time. I have some news for you. My piece, Desire, has been accepted into the public exhibition. It is on display as we speak. Would you like to come and see it with me? Hell yeah, brother. Then let us head to the museum. To be honest, I have yet to actually go there myself. This should be quite lovely. Well, I'm going to take a walk while you're busy with him. Let me know when you come back. Hell yeah, now we can go to the art exhibit. Ueno? Or Eno? Ueno? I have no idea how to pronounce that. Ueno? I would say, that's how I would pronounce it. A district packed with cultural sites like museums, temples, and a zoo. Many famous paintings and sculptures can be seen in Ueno's art museums.
Alright.
Nice.
Indeed.
In addition to the exhibition aspect of the show, there are also evaluation portion. I believe my piece truly stands out among a sea of art here, yet nobody has come to see it. Perhaps they are so afraid of the truth held within that they dare not take a closer look. What is this supposed to be? There is a dark, almost sinister aura emanating from it. This title, Desire. I see no desire here. I understand now. This area is for students. The artist likely decided to paint it on a whim. Indeed, there is neither elegance nor emotion in this piece. Come, dear, there's much more detailed paintings over there. Dots. You know, sorry you just got shot down, brother. I think it looks pretty cool, but there is no need to worry. I'm not bothered in the slightest. It was nothing more than a drivel. That was nothing more than a drivel of unrefined commoners. I needn't pay any mind to them. As long as those who are in the know understand my work, I will be happy. This is. Look, a knowledgeable patron has arrived. I would like your opinion, sir. What are your thoughts on this piece? I can see quite clearly why it was accepted into the exhibition. The technique is excellent. However, the composition as a whole is mediocre at best.
What did you say?
How dare you? Ha! Are you the artist? The title is listed as Desire, but that idea is quite overused. Some say even to call it stale. If you want to paint an abstract work with such an old theme, you must inject some individuality into it. What? Take another look. Try to remove yourself from the artist's bias. These brushstrokes are splendid, given your age, but does this painting really tell you anything? It is empty, devoid of meaning. I suggest that you take more critical eye to your work in the future if you truly want to progress as an artist. My work is empty? Don't let that bother you. You'll get them next time, dog. Indeed.
Why?
Why? I put my heart and soul into this piece, captured the very essence of desire. It was supposed to lay bare the reality of the world. Perhaps he was right. It may be empty after all. These colors, these brushstrokes, they do not convey the true meaning of desire. It is only my conception of it. I haven't captured desire. Despair has captured me, or desire has captured me.
How could this be?
How could I have fooled myself into believing otherwise? It is as though I have been forsaken by the gods of art. This grave mistake shall be the end for me. This is just the beginning, dog. Don't let one bad painting get the best of you. Do not patronize me. I have no future in this field. You're being way too hard on yourself, brother. You're like breaking down at the seams, and it's like, it wasn't even like he disrespected the technique. Like, he said like his painting technique was like phenomenal for his age. It's just like what he painted was like mediocre. You know what I mean? So like, it's like the end of the world. Like, sometimes you just, you know, you don't like put out the best work, but like you still put the effort in. Like, Yusuke is putting the effort in. He just, you know, he lacks sort of like the creativity to it now, you know? What is going to happen to me now? Without art, what will remain of my being? This isn't like you, man. Sauce.
Agreed.
You are correct. Surrendering myself to fate after only one failure would be very much unlike me. Still, being criticized by someone with such a keen eye is truly painful.
Okay.
But that is the more reason I must break out of my slump. I must prove my ability to him. That's the spirit. I will start by painting. After that, I will paint, beyond which I shall paint even more. That is the only way I will learn to capture the essence of emotion. After all, you can only accomplish so much by using logic to analyze the contents of the heart. I hope you allow me to continue my skill card services as well, Sauce. I shall conquer this. Yusuke seems especially motivated. Follow-up. Chance to perform a follow-up attack if Joker's attack does not down the enemy.
All right.
Hell yeah.
Let us return home.
Now then, let us head home. I wish to start anew. A slump. He overheard us. Sauce, I apologize for causing such a scene early. That one gentleman's critique made me fully realize what I've been lacking. Now my path is clear. I will simply keep on drawing. I'm going to have 10 pieces finished by the end of today. That's the spirit. Ha! If anything, I should be doing more. I'll do anything to escape this slump. With your support, I'll be able to pick myself up rather quickly today. I was able to pick myself up. I hope this doesn't discourage you from joining me again. I shall get past this. Sorry for taking so much of your time. We'll meet again soon. You're back. Kaneshiro got rid of those photos, right? That's what he said. You think we can trust him? I doubt he'd lie if he really had a change of heart. Looks like we're all in the clear then. We can't be sure of that just yet. You mean he might not have had a change of heart? No, I'm relatively certain he did. That is not the issue. Despite Kaneshiro's change, his organization remains intact. I can only hope that he doesn't abscond with such. Is that abscond? That they don't abscond with the photographs. You mean like run off with it? I guess that is possible. After all, loss of the leader does not necessarily spell out the demise of the group. That is merely common knowledge. But the opposite sometimes holds true as well. Some groups that lack a strong guiding hand will simply crumble. So this all depends on which way it goes. We'll be fine. All we can do now is pray the pieces fall in our favor. Hopefully Kaneshiro's confession motivates the police to crack down on the Mafia. I would love nothing more than to see them defeated once and for all. That part will be up to Makoto's sis. That aside, we've done everything we can for the time being. All that remains now is to wait until the result becomes clear.
I should write something.
Well, you know, the dude's already, like, really in custody, and, you know, I feel like his lackey... Like, what would his lackeys do, right? Like, they were, like, bowing down to him, giving him their money. So, like, I really feel like they are a group that's nothing without him. He was the group. He really was. You sold me a fake stone! Look at these loaded dice!
Hey,
Let's talk to Chihaya about the Holy Stone. She's with a client. Sounds like they're talking about the Holy Stone. Do you want to eavesdrop on them? Eavesdrop. How are you healing? I'm fine. It's my fault anyway. Yuya said so. He says he doesn't want to hit me, but I just make him so mad. Wait, you abusive boyfriend? Is this what I'm getting at? Well, you know what? Why don't you just beat his ass back? He doesn't deserve you at all. You're a queen. Yes, queen. Just give him the old 1-2. You know what I'm saying? I suggest you break up with him. Things are only going to get worse at this rate. But I'm the only person that cares about him. If I leave, how will he survive? Oh, that kind of sucks that she's like... Well, like... I guess, you know, just because, like, they're sort of, like, an angry, abusive person doesn't mean they're, like, entirely evil. Maybe he's just, like, in a bad spot. But I still don't... It's really wrong to, like, raise your hands against your partner. I'm sorry. Like, if he actually, like, hits you, that's awful. Like, no. I no matter what, like, you never should raise your hand against someone that you love. I disagree with that. I feel like the only acceptable form of... I guess, like, that scenario would be, I guess, like, spanking your kids for being little snots. That's, like, the only time it's, like, maybe you could whip out a little, you know, physicality, you know, get fresh with your kids because they're being little shits. Like, that's the only time I feel like it's pretty acceptable. But, like, if you're partners and he's, like, just, like, angry and just takes his frustration out on you... I don't know. Please. Oh, I hit my mic. Crap. Please, is there any other way?
Now,
Let us ask the Tarot. Oh, divine power, shed light upon her fate.
is this?
Yes, I've seen everything. I can sense a dark presence within your boyfriend. His heart seems to be possessed by a demon. This demon may hide itself away at times, but when it strikes, it will bring it great misery. With it, great misery. What kind of misery? You will be hospitalized for severe injuries suffered with a domestic abuse incident, and he will be arrested. What? Hospitalized? Arrested? I know I shouldn't have let Yuya throw a holy stone away, or my holy stone away. He said that I shouldn't be wasting my money on some dumb rock, that I should be giving it to him instead. This is my punishment for letting him do that, right? Please, let me buy another one from you.
What?
What? You want another? My next stone will need to be even bigger. I'm a little low on cash at the moment, but you said I can pay you up to 36 installments, right? Truthfully, I feel breaking up with him would be the best. I can't abandon Yuya.
For real?
She really thinks her boyfriend will stop being abusive as long as she has a holy stone? There's no way that can be true, right? That thing was a fake, remember? Right, it would make our jobs way easier if you could really change someone's heart with a holy stone. It's clear that Chihaya has some future fortune-telling skills, but that stone isn't going to do anything. Hey, Sauce, why don't we change that Yuya guy's heart ourselves? I mean, he's hurting this woman here, right? This is perfect chance for the thieves to save her. Meowing?
What?
Hey! Were you eavesdropping on us? That's an invasion of privacy, you know? There's another solution. There is not! You see, some fates in this world are simply inescapable. The demon within your boyfriend's heart cannot be exorcised by normal human methodologies. But, what if we were to change his heart? Fate is absolute. Although, I guess you might be able to control the demon's temper if you bought another holy stone. Dots. I'm not entirely sure who you are, but do you know of another way I can approach this problem? What's your boyfriend's name? Huh? His full name is Yuya Uchimara. Why do you want to know? What do you plan on doing? Yes, what do you expect to change with this meager information? You'll see. What? You honestly believe you can do something? Dots. I trust you. Excuse me?
Gracious.
It feels like he's telling the truth. Besides, Yuya has all of my money. He's going to pay me back someday. But for now, I would rather put my trust in this one boy than in 36 payments for a holy stone. What? What do you think you're doing? If you keep making false accusations like that, the divine power will rain punishment down upon you. Dots. You look so pleased with yourself. I've seen everything. A vision of you groveling on the ground.
Fine.
Fate cannot be changed, and I will prove that fate to you, or that fact to you. If that woman stays with her abusive boyfriend, she will meet a horrible injury within a year's time. Now, if you honestly believe you can change her destiny, go ahead and try. But once you realize the error in your thinking, come back to me and let a true expert handle things. I will save her, with a holy stone. Well then, are we done here? I'm way too busy for this. It's okay, calm down, Chihaya. Let me show you what the Phantom Thieves can do. And then you'll swoon for me. You'll be like, how did you do that? How do you change fate like that? I love you. And then I'll be like,
This
yeah.
humidity is overwhelming.
Good morning. It is quite hot today. By the way, Kaneshiro's deadline is this weekend, isn't it? His change of heart draws near. The Phantom Thieves will be even more renowned than before when this goes public. I can't wait.
Indeed.
I suppose. It's not a bad feeling to have your efforts recognized. I bet we'll get more requests on the message board too. I think we should take care of all the cases we have now, while we still have the chance. You know what part of me is thinking? I might wait for mementos till we beat Kaneshiro and he has his change of heart, because then I'll unlock the next area. Because I'm afraid that some targets might be somewhere where I don't have access to yet. So I'd rather wait for another place to unlock before I go down there. Hey, we can't just let that abuse case go unaddressed. The target should be mementos. Let's hurry up and deal with them.
Hey.
That said, all we can do now is wait until Kaneshiro's change of heart becomes clear to us. Oh, right. I wanted to ask you a favor about the student we saw in the red light district. Feel like I can come closer. Let's hang out there. Thank you. It will be nice to have you there when I talk to her. Wait for me in the student council room. I'll call her in.
Excuse me.
Aiko, Tauka? Is that how you say it? Tauko? Or Takao. I want to say Aiko Tauka-san. You've been spending time in the red light district lately, haven't you? Both myself and Sasakun here saw you there. Based on where you were heading, we assume you're working at the store called After School Salon. How is it working there? What do you mean? It's just normal cafe. Like, they make me wear a costume and stuff, but that's it. Oh, and I don't have to, like, do anything weird, if you know what I mean. It's totally legal. So you're sure nothing strange is going on? Yep. The worst I get is some weird old dudes, like, gawking at me. I see. Beyond that, though, why were you working there? How's your financial situation? Fine. I mean, I can just ask my parents for cash or whatever I want. Oh, I see. But they're totally bug me about what I'm buying if I do that. That's why I work at the salon. I get some good spending money, plus the guys who come in there, like, mega pamper me. Oh my god, do they change? Dude, so, like, do they give you the full, like, changeover, though? Like, do they hit you with the baby powder, too? And, like, the baby wipes? Oh, bruh. Let me tell ya. Mega pamper? I'm looking for the almighty pamperer's mighty wisdom to guide me towards enlightenment in Pamp Gang. All hail the pamperer! It's nice to have people treat you like you're special, you know? I'm sure a super honor student like you gets that all the time, though. Anyways, are you gonna tell on me? You even brought a witness today. Hold up, doesn't that mean you two were, like, in Shinjuku together? What's up with that, Miss Prez? You have the wrong idea.
Yes.
Right, it was nothing more than an errand I asked him to accompany me on. At any rate, I don't mind. Did she say I don't mind? As for you, or she says something like, I'm not, like, you know, I don't know him or whatever, yeah. As for you, I don't plan on telling anyone. Oh, I get it. So we're, like, protecting each other's secrets. Oh, crap. I just realized your boyfriend's that rumored criminal. You're such a real badass, Ms. Prez.
Well,
I told you, that's not how it is. Or did she say it's not like that? I think that's what she said in the other dialogue. I was just worried you were getting wrapped up in some shady business, so I asked him here for support. Whatever. By the way, I was wondering, is that a Buchimaru-kun pencil case? Huh? You know Buchimaru-kun? I had like tons of Buchi stuff back when I was a kid. What a blast from the past. Wait, why is it so beat up? Well, it was given to me when I was still in elementary school. I'd like to buy a new one, but they stopped selling Buchimaru-kun merchandise. OMG, this is too hilarious. The student council president has an adorable pencil case. My image of you has done like a complete 360 today. Isn't that a full circle? I don't know. I'm just real surprised. Yeah, shouldn't it be a 180? You don't really look like the kind of person who'd be into that kind of stuff. I mean, I always thought you were like kind of like a robot, but I guess you just had to get to know you better. Hey, why don't we trade phone numbers? I really want to talk to you more about Buchimaru-kun. Oh, and your boyfriend. Okay. Wait, he's not my boyfriend. And saved. Oh crap, it's already this late? I gotta get to work. I'll send you tons of pics about Buchimaru-kun collection later though. Bye bye! She was all over the place. Honestly though, I'm in shock. She thought I was a robot. I know what I have to do, but I don't know if I have the strength to do it. I want to so bad. But it's so rude. It's so rude. Beep boop. Beep boop. Oh, I love you, Makoto, so I'm gonna hit you with the nice dialogue. You can change.
Yes.
Yes, that's why you're helping me. You know, I believe that Tauka-san said about me as how others think as well. I thought I had changed after the incident with Kaneshiro, but perhaps it wasn't enough. That aside, it was almost inspiring to meet someone so distinct from myself. I'm going to try and look at things a little differently from now on.
Well?
And, well, I think that will help me break out of my shell. I hope you're ready. I'm going to show you how useful an honor student can really be. I can sense a quiet resolve from Makoto. I already sensed that in the last one, though, right? How many quiet resolves does she have? God, my nose is itchy again. Black belt talk. If negotiations with a martial arts using shadow fails, you can try again. That's very oddly specific. Like, specifically the martial arts using shadows. I'll be interested to speak with Tauka-san some more now that I have her contact information. Perhaps I can correct her misconceptions about you. And as always, I'll let you know if anything important happens.
I'll see you later.
Well, see you later. Hello, thanks for sitting with me today. It really did help. I got a message from Tauka-san earlier. She turned out to be quite a fan of Buchimaru-kun. It was crazy to see a picture of her entire collection. She even has a bunch of Buchimaru-kun emoticons. Sounds like you two get along. Huh? Yeah, I guess you're right. I didn't expect a bond over something like this, though. I'm pretty shocked, to be honest. Sometimes it really is just the little things you bond over. Sometimes you meet someone who just likes playing video games, and like, or just plays like one similar game like you, and then you spend the rest of your lives playing together, you know? Though, I'm still a little worried about that store she works at. I'll try a little harder to get through to her about it. I might come to you for more advice later. For now, I'll let you go. I'll talk to you later. See ya. Jimmy.
You're back.
Croissant. You sure come here a lot. I don't mind, really, but keep yourself in check, okay? Okie doke, boss.
Yo!
The authorities are really working the Kaneshiro case. It's best to stay away from him. But I guess that doesn't have anything to do with you. Have you heard of any good gossip? My deadline's coming up, and I'm all out of material. Sit down. I'll treat you. Feel like I'll become closer. Let's hang out with her.
Hey!
For real? From the look of it, you must have I can imagine oh, thanks for the information. For real? Just like changes like voices. You must have some good info, huh? Give me the details about the Kamoshida incident. Well, I'm gonna go walk around. Let me know when you're ready to leave. Why does she explicitly just want stuff on Kamoshida? Like, we changed Madarame too. That was explicitly the Phantom Thieves and stuff. Like, I can literally give you the scoop on anything right now. I see, a bulletin board, huh? So the calling card they used for Kamoshida was different. Now that's a scoop. What kind of information usually doesn't see the light? That kind of information usually doesn't see the light of day. Do you have any photos or videos of it? Mishima might. Nice. You have some great connections. But seriously, the Phantom Thieves of Hearts, they sound like kids on a playground, not valiant fighters for society. I mean, they act all high and mighty, but I'm not sure they're really worth very much in the end. What about their justice, though? That's hilarious. You think they're actually virtuous? In my line of work, there's no clearer sign of deception than goodwill. You know, like the shady actions of charitable organizations, or the actual criteria of a peace prize. Same goes for the Phantom Thieves. You just have to learn to take some things with a grain of salt. Come on, don't be such a downer. Why? It's the truth. There you go again. You used to be so positive. Ugh. Oh, shut it. I don't care about the past. Give me some sushi. We're all out. Hey, why don't you get back to covering politics? No can do. I've been permanently reassigned to culture and entertainment department. What a crappy company. I mean, it's already been all over a year since the incident. Oh, by the incident, I mean. Don't say another word. It has nothing to do with my source. Oh, I'm sorry. Damn it, I'm already sobering up. Give me a refill, Lala-chan. Geez, you're such a child sometimes. Hey, you want a drink? You can have some of mine if you want. Ahem. Oh. Whoa, that's some scowl you've got. Anyway, why are you coming to the bar even if you don't even drink alcohol? I mean, I come here to talk to you. It's for the article. Oh, that's right. You sure are a true believer in the Phantom Thieves. Well, at least I know. And actually, the funny thing is, and not because I'm young, but because, or not not because I'm too young, but for me personally, I don't like alcohol. I simply just don't drink. I've never drank any alcohol in my life, and I plan to never do that. So like some people just don't. They just don't do it, and I don't. In fact, I've never done anything in my life. Like I've never done any sort of, legal drugs or anything. I like to stay clean, I guess. I don't know. There's people like that. I'm not like crazy for doing that. But in Joker's case, it's explicitly is just because he's too young. So, but, well, at least now I know that you're pretty useful. I'm not all interested in the Phantom Thieves myself, but you keep that info coming, all right? I feel like my bond will grow deeper. My bond has grown deeper. My bad.
All right.
What's taking so long, Lala-chan? Where's my drink? Do you call the, do they call you escargot because you move so slow as slow as a snail? We're all out of booze. A certain sloshed reporter drank it all. Can't you just go buy more? I'll wait for you forever. Just kidding. I was able to pique Oya's interest with the stories of the Phantom Thieves. I feel like my charm has increased. You know, again, I'm going to say it. I really don't think my charm really has increased myself, if I'm being honest with you.
Well then.
See you later. Don't forget to bring me more juicy info, okay? I'll bring you some other juices if you like orange juice. In a sippy cup.
Really?
Shogi? That's a grandpa-ass game to get to know. Nah, it's back in fashion. There's a lot of young shogi pros out there right now. I've been following Hifumi Togo. She's incredibly skilled for a high school student, not to mention pretty. She hasn't played much lately though. I learned she practices alone in a church somewhere. She plays shogi in a church? I don't get it. Seems strange.
Hey, hey.
Did you hear that? That girl sounds familiar.
Right.
Yeah, she must be the same one Yusuke mentioned earlier. I didn't realize she was a famous shogi player.
Good morning.
Good morning, Vanilla Senpai. We're lucky it's such a nice day out today. I'm worried I missed morning training, but to meet with the meet coming up. But if you're here, then I should still be safe. Oh my god, I want your babies. I'm sorry, that's a little weird. I shouldn't go that far. I want to hold your hand seductively. We'll keep it at that.
Rain.
But what if James wanted to die? I'm so sick of how few customers. As you say that when there's customers in your store. Who are these people then? Sojiro? Huh? Huh? Mr. Bean Man? Mr. Bean Man? I'm gonna save right behind you. Spaceships! The Milky Way. I'll just add this. Wait, I should probably check my messages, right? Good thing I checked my messages. Our goddess has spoken. Senpai, I have a favor to ask today. It's not really a gymnastics thing, but would you mind coming with me to on a shopping trip? I feel like my bond with Kasumi will grow stronger soon. So what are you gonna do? You gonna spend some time? Of course. I must immediately answer to the best waifu. Oh, I can't do that. Kasumi isn't responding. Thank you! Resend. Thank you! Sorry, my phone always seems to be acting up. I think I'm good now, so about the place. It's in Kichioji. You know it. I'll send you the location of the shop. I'll be waiting. Oh my god, I want you so bad.
Senpai?
But I do have another waifu that I need to talk to in this game. So, in a previous timeline, I did fully love and appreciate you, but I'm sorry that I can't fully love and appreciate you this time around. Maybe in another timeline. Sorry for dragging you out here. I need to get a pair of glasses. I've been waiting to come here for a while, but I never had the chance to drop by. You looking to buy? Adjust glasses? Yeah, I want to get my dad a present. You seem like a real glasses buff, so I wanted to get your advice. How about someone who actually like wears glasses? I'm just kidding. No, because actually, to be honest with you, people who wear fake glasses probably know more about glasses than people who do. At least, like, the fashion sense of it. Because for me, I don't really dive too deep into, like, how well the glasses look on me. Obviously, I don't get, like, kooky, wacky pairs. I usually just get sort of, like, bland, like, black rectangle pairs. You know, like, I don't go for crazy stuff, you know? And that's just because, like, I need to use the actual practical use of glasses because I can't see. So, like, to me, the style portion of it really isn't the major point of why I get glasses. So someone who does just wear them as a style might have way more knowledge of it than I do. But, not to say that I don't have any knowledge on how glasses look on people, because I think people who wear glasses are very sexy, so, personally. But, yeah. Could you try on a couple of pairs for me? I'd like to get some visual reference. Thank you so much. Let's see. How about this pair?
I think that's
Wow, those really work for you. You look so cool. What do you think? Oh my god, her smile is so precious. Pretty modern look, if I do say so myself. I know, it's so fashionable, and it's good that it'd help your vision too. This could be a good one. But would it suit your dad? We are buying for him, though. Right. Maybe a little too hip for my dad. And your input's been really helpful so far. Would you mind poking around with me for a bit longer? Let's keep going. Well, someone's enthusiastic. You're really enjoying this too, huh? Let's keep going. Time for some high-speed glasses modeling.
I see.
Wow, you look like a salesman, but it doesn't feel right somehow. Nice, I like them. Those definitely leave an impression. Heck, people might remember that the glasses and nothing else about you. That's kind of rude.
I knew it.
You're like a star right out of Hollywood, but if my dad wore them, he might look a little shady. Ah, I get it. Shady business.
This is...
Why are those even here? I kind of want a pair. Sorry, I can't decide. A lot of them are good, but none of them have really clicked in for me yet. Did she say clinched in? But none of them have really clinched it for me yet. I've never really, like, I heard, like, clicking in, but I've never heard of, like, clinching. I don't know. That's a weird way to phrase it. Use your instincts. You know, you're right. I'm one who has to make the call. I'm just going with my gut feeling, but I'll pick this pair. I don't know how to describe it. It just seems perfect for my dad somehow. Good choice. I like the red.
Then it's
Yes, I think I can be confident in this one. In fact, I know he'll like it.
Thank you for bringing
Thank
me
you
here.
so much for coming here with me today. I ended up with a great present. All thanks to you, Vanilla Senpai. Not a problem at all. Well, I've still got a lot to make. I still got to make it up to you and all. Let's go to practice at Inokashira Park after this.
Well,
If I'm being honest, trying to pick out glasses was really setting off my anxiety. All I could think about was what had happened if I couldn't choose, or if I chose wrong. I mean, I already failed in gymnastics, and my cooking turned out bad too. Oh, don't beat yourself up. No, you're so precious. I love it. You're such a... I love you! Be my mommy, please. After cracking under pressure so many times, I kind of figured I'd just ruin everything again. The more I thought about it, the more empty I felt, like I wasn't even me anymore. Oh. Everyone deals with that, though. If you don't have any sort of like stress or any anxiety, I feel like you're not human. So even you know how it feels, Vanilla Senpai? It's not just me?
Senpai?
I think I'm starting to understand what my coach was telling me. It's easy to say you're in a slump, but write it off yourself. And maybe finding out who I really am is also about finding new depths to myself. It does make me feel a little down, but at the same time, I feel like I'm closer to getting my confidence back. And having your support makes me even more determined to make that happen. We'll work together. Partners in crime. Partners in anxiety. This is strange. I don't know if I should be feeling like this. I want to give my best performance, but it's like I'd be doing it for you as much as for myself, or something like that. Well, I'm still working on myself, but I hope we can keep helping each other too. I could sense a strong trust from Kasumi. Oh my god, we're partners in love. What is that? Dude, when I see crazy symbols like that, I don't know how to pronounce that. Does it really just say chains hook? But I don't know. I don't think it does. It's probably like chinines hook or something. Allows you to ambush from a distance by attacking with the grappling hook.
All right.
Pretty sick. You just like throw your grapple hook out, like wraps around the Shadow's neck, and you just like choke him to death before you even fight him. After a lesson with the Kasumi, Sasuke now use Chikakawanka's hook. I don't even know. I don't know how to say that. I'm sorry. I don't know what those symbols really mean when it... I mean, the E is accented, but I don't know what the little, like, V thing above the I makes it pronounce. You know what I'm saying? Using your grapple hook will enable you to attack a shadow that is slightly further away than usual at the start of preemptive battle. When you start a battle with that hook, the enemies will begin the fight inflicted with dizzy, confuse, or fear. That's pretty dope. Now, we should get to training. Maybe we could try some intermediate level exercises today. After stretching, I trained with Kasumi. Thanks to Kasumi's training, I feel like my stamina increased.
All right.
Alright. Let's stop there. Good effort today. I
I'll
should
be
be
heading
going.
home
I'll
now.
contact you again soon. Oh, please, I hope it's sooner rather than later. I even get a follow-up! Oh, she's calling me! Oh my god! She's calling me! Hello, Vanilla Senpai? Are you able to talk right now? So, I already gave my dad the glasses we picked out today, and it suits him even better than I imagined. He was so happy with them. I'm glad to hear that. Thank you. I think this helped me feel a little bit more confident. And thanks to you, I even feel like my own gymnastics is going to go better now, too. I'm sick of wasting my time worrying. Whatever I'm up against, I'm just going to give it my best shot. But actions always speak louder than words, right? I'll prove I'm not all talk. Wait, okay, I better go. I hope we can talk again later. I hope so too, I love you. Sadly, I'm currently paying my waifu 100,000 yen to get scammed, and now I have to steal a target for her. And prove to her that I'm a psychic as
I
well.
should write something.
Yo!
The authorities are really working on the Kaneshiro case, blah, 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 blah. Take a seat. Any new info? What are you gonna do? Hang out with her.
Oh?
Seriously? Where do you get this stuff from? True believers are scary. Hey, you want a drink? I can't drink. For the 11th time, I can't drink. A fan site. Oh, you mean the Phantom Aficionado website? I didn't know it was so popular with high school kids. I haven't been paying much attention to it. But if it's newsworthy, I guess I should keep tabs on it. The Phantom Thieves must be really bored if they're going after small-time criminals now. I have a theory that they're all minors, and their leader is some simpleton dying from boredom. Well, theories can be wrong sometimes. Starts crying. You shouldn't make assumptions. You're right, my theory is definitely half-assed at best. Plus, if it only takes a second to change a person's heart, then they totally wouldn't be bored. Well, I'm not really interested in writing entertainment articles about whatever fads caught on. But they do really well, right? Some journalists who were in here seem frustrated about it. Journalists? Oh, you mean not, Nakao and the others? Shit. You really lump me in with those hyenas? Don't insult me. People at work call them paparazzi behind their backs, but me, I'm a real journalist. I'm a real boy. I'm sure you are. Hey, I wasn't looking for a kid to butt in. Entertainment articles are all about selling copies. The truth doesn't even matter. Nobody wants to read real news. Why not change careers? Never. But at this rate, if I quit now, I'll be the same as declaring my partner guilty.
Damn it.
Jointly responsible. What a joke. She didn't do anything. That's why I can't quit, and why I'll never give up. She was falsely accused? Of course she was! I mean, never mind. But thanks to you, I've had more time to focus on my own investigation. I'm going to write an article that you'll really enjoy. Think of it as a sign of my appreciation. I see now. Exclusive behind the incredible Phantom Thieves. Dial 911 for justice. How's that sound? Don't worry, I'll take it seriously. After all, that's what I promised you. My deal with Oya seems to be progressing smoothly. And the alcohol she keeps trying to pass on me is progressing negatively. Shocking scoop. Security level rises slowly and lowers upon defeating an ambushed enemy.
All right.
You sure are weird, though. Coming all this way to Shinjuku at night? I mean, I'm gonna have to do that for my waifu anyway. Hello? Wait, what? Can I really... I can talk with him? Really? Okay, I'll be right there. Work? Nah, I'm already off the clock. Sorry, I have some urgent business I need to attend to. Just put this one on my tab, Lala-chan.
Well then.
See ya. Geez, she's such a child. She gets so excited the moment something comes up about her favorite assignment. Anyway, shouldn't you be getting home too? I was able to pique Oya's interest. My charm has increased. Why don't I talk with Lala-chan? She seems dope. Spend some more time with Lala-chan. Yo, Lala-chan, give me that fresh cola. Oh, darling. I'm able to grab a seat, but I don't have books. Yeah, I don't care. It just be like that. Sometimes you don't need to read books. Sometimes you just need to fart in public and have everyone move away so that way you can actually get a seat. You know what I'm saying?
For now.
Let's talk to An. Oh, I went to see Shiho again the other day. I've been thinking a lot since then, though. Do you have time to talk? I sure do. Thanks. Does the diner work for you? I think this is her 6, actually, which is pretty deep. So I talked to Shiho about what happened with Mika back at the photo shoot, and you know what she did? Laughed. She couldn't stop talking about how tough she thought Mika sounded. Honestly, though, it was kind of refreshing. I'm not even mad anymore. I guess you really just need someone to laugh at if you want to feel better. It seems that way. Sometimes you gotta get a good laugh from the class clown, you know? I mean, they always say laughter's the best medicine, right? I've seen the truth of that saying firsthand. But anyway, even though I'm trying to strengthen my heart, Shiho's the real strong one here.
Hey.
I went to one of her rehab sessions the other day. She said she wanted me to be there, so I agreed without thinking much of it, but it ended up being pretty overwhelming. How so? It was a lot tougher than I'd ever imagined. It was horrible. She was dripping with sweat, teeth clenched. She was clearly in a lot of pain. Apparently, she can't even move her feet. She said it feels like her legs are filled with sand, but she dragged them along, legs swollen with blood. I wanted to just make her stop. By the time it was all over, she was in tears. It was really tough on her. She said she wanted to give up, and that's why she asked me to come, to keep her motivated. The whole time she was complaining about things in ways she normally never would. But even after that, she finished her session. Aw. I don't know why I'm crying. I didn't have to go through that. Is it because I'm weak? I think it's because you're kind. That's why you're crying. You're wrong. It's not weak to cry. Never think it's weak to cry. It's not weak to show emotion. It just means you're human. You know, even though all that pain, I thought Shiho was so cool. Beautiful even. Despite all her complaining, she still tried incredibly hard. Strength is more than just not getting phased. It's the power to fight through adversity. So, I was thinking, and what can I do to help Shiho? Show her your own strength. My strength? Yeah, I'll do just that. I'm gonna give it my all. You know, Sauce, being with you really helps me see things clearly. What should I do? What I should do? The true meaning of strength? Well, thank you for that. I sense a heightened motivation from On. Hair Sen Recovery. Chance to cure status ailments inflicted upon party members.
All right.
Nice. My nose is all runny. What are you looking at me like that for? Pretty girls get runny noses too, you know.
Bye.
Well, see you. It's like there's like a huge snot bubble coming out. It's like, what? Pretty girls get snot bubbles too, you know. Honestly, though, it'd be kind of adorable. If I'm being honest, like if a really pretty girl like just got like a snot bubble at one point, I'd find it really adorable. If I'm being honest, it'd be funny and adorable at the same time. Oh, it's me. Thanks for earlier. I feel better now that I got to talk to you about everything. I was going to try my best to help Shiho out in my own way, maybe our relationship won't ever be exactly the way it was before. But now that I saw her crying, I know I'll find something I can do for her. Someone's motivated. Yep, I can't let her leave me behind. Watch me. One day I'll be cool and strong like Chihaya. I feel great now that I got everything off my chest. You're such a great listener, Sauce. Hope I can keep counting on you for that. Okay, bye!
Ah, you're back.
The deadline's tomorrow. Are we gonna be okay? The pictures are gone. He has no more avenue to threaten us anymore. That is, if we're able to trust what Kaneshiro said. Don't say such scary stuff. We can't relax just yet. He may still end up released from the police custody. For real? That is, unless we have decisive evidence like a confession. It'll be fine. True, there does seem to be some movement. Sis actually sent me a message saying she won't be home tonight. There's a chance that the police have found their breakthrough. Ooh, does that mean it happened? The timing is perfect. I guess let's just hope for the best. I'm gonna stay up all night watching the news to find out.
Honey.
Oh, honey. Oh, honey. You come here often. Oh. Ugh.
Yo!
I usually don't like hanging out with Oya like so much in between, but I do kind of want to like get through her stuff. Partially because, like, you know, again, I don't want to stress that, like, I don't like hate her and hate her character. I just, you know, not top tenure is all I'm saying, you know? So, like, it's okay for me to just kind of, like, go through her stuff and then, like, save, like, the girls I actually want to talk to for later. That makes sense, you know? Kaneshiro case. You brought me some news, right? Hell yeah, I did.
Well then.
Sorry, but let's go somewhere else. You can give me the info later. We gotta get out of here quickly. Someone problematic might have found out about us. Uh-oh.
Shit.
Sheesh. This is really annoying. Where is that idiot? Ugh. Crap, hide! Oh yeah, there you are. What do you think you're doing, making me look all over the place for you? Chief, what are you doing here? That's my line. Why isn't your phone on? Are you doing something you don't want me to find out about? No, not at all. Oh, it looks like my battery ran out. I must have been busy covering the Phantom Thieves, so... You sure about that? I've got a complaint from the higher-ups the other day. Apparently people have seen you snooping around recently in places unrelated to the Phantom Thieves. That's ridiculous. I've been hot on their tail lately. Who told you about that? It doesn't matter who. The board's coming down on me hard for this. And now don't make me ask you again. Why are you sneaking around behind the company's back? I'm honestly not. She hasn't done anything wrong. She's doing her job. Alright, I'll tell you. Just promise me you'll keep it a secret, okay? The truth is, I'm in a relationship with this kid. Huh? What? He's a minor! Yep, that's why I've been discreet about it. Who knows what laws we might be breaking. I guess keeping our tryst a secret is... tryst, isn't that how you say it? A secret is tougher than I expected. Maybe someone saw us out somewhere. For someone who specializes in fabricating articles, I'd expect you to be a better liar. I expect your resignation letter on my desk next week. If he doesn't come, I'll handle matters myself.
Huh?
So what? You decide I'm lying and that's that? Give it a rest already. I'm annoyed enough as is for having to come track you down here. Wait, we're totally dating, aren't we, sweetie? Of course we are. Huh? See? Oh, and he's the one who asked me out, so don't go thinking I'm a kind of cradle robber. I don't like where this is going. Oh yeah, are you blackmailing him? I mean, let's be honest, you don't have the physique to be attracting high school kids. Hey, that's sexual harassment. And besides, our love is something that defines both age and logic. Ugh. Whatever, just make sure you don't miss any deadlines, okay? Of course, so can we go now? Just one more question. I could have sworn the reason you were sneaking around was so you could follow up on your old partner's case. Huh? Well, oh yeah? Our movie's about to start. Is that so? Like I said, I'm here on personal business, I promise you. You lost all credibility when you started sneaking around like this, but fine. I'll back off. But don't go pulling any funny stuff, okay? The board wants me to keep a close eye on you. You've been warned. Thanks, that guy is one of the execs over at my job. Arrogant bastard, ain't he? He's the kind of guy all the girls at the bar would instantly turn down. Anyway, that was a real surprise. Not only are you a good source of info, you're not a half-bad actor either. You're honestly the type of guy I want to grab drinks with after work. Too bad you're underage. I feel like my bond will deepen. Yeah. The fact that I'm dating her now, goddamn. Well, I guess that's it for today. Don't stop by any weird shops on your way home, okay? Feel like my charm increased. Yeah, I guess I'm secretly dating her now. My charm would increase, I guess. I don't know.
Well then.
See you later. Hey, kid, you headed straight home, right? No detours. You've got some real acting chops. Man, they really saved me to, what? Oh, like my acting chops. She's referring to them, not me. Man, they really saved me today. Once I got back to the editorial staff, they all asked asked for my daily report. I couldn't believe it. You seem like a handy kid to know. Expect another call from me soon. I could use your help, and I'll repay you with the power of journalism, of course. I'll write you a solid article on the Phantom Thieves. Leave it to me. Wow, so dependable. I like guys like you. But man, you've got a whole lot of guts for a high schooler. Well, I'm sure we'll gradually get to know each other better. So, let me know if you get any more juicy info. Okay, bye. My juices really aren't flowing. Look at all the police cars. Did something happen? Looks like they're searching the premise. Any psychotic breakdown? Another psychotic breakdown? I can't handle this. Does it have something to do with the posters we saw? Did they arrest the Phantom Thieves? No, but they arrested our target. Here we go, boyos. Of course it's the Phantom Thieves. We literally left our name on the calling card.
No matter how hard they looked, even our organized crime department couldn't catch Junior Kaneshiro. And yet he simply turned himself in. Even confessed all his crimes. The Phantom Thieves.
Is it a crime to manipulate someone's heart?
Depending on the means, yes. He's absolutely right.
Even if it makes someone admit their evil deeds and helps make them pay for their crimes?
I hope she hasn't fallen under their influence.
She's one of us now, so joke's on you.
Phantom Thieves. Damn it. Hell yeah! Kaneshiro finally confessed! People have been making a huge deal of it since the police announcement.
It's difficult to accept that the authorities are taking all of the credit for his arrest.
People are going nuts about the Phantom Thieves online, though. Look!
It's all coming together for us.
Oh yeah, it's all coming together.
Oh, this is quite the turnaround. All of a sudden, people are expressing their long-standing belief in us.
I guess 3 times the charm. Like, we stopped Kamoshida and it was like, oh, whatever, he's just some weirdo that just confessed his crimes, whatever. We stopped Madarame, it's like, wow, like, you know, he must have just been a kooky old man. Freaking, I don't know. And then we stopped Junior Kaneshiro, like this mob boss, and it's like, wow, like, the Phantom Thieves are real. It's like, I believe in the Phantom Thieves now. It couldn't have been his craziness.
So this is why Makoto told us to post the calling card anywhere that might stand out.
Pretty smart move on her part. Oh, where is our amazing Miss President?
apologies, but I won't be able to join you today. I've been called into a meeting with the principal.
Uh-oh.
There's no need to worry, though. More importantly, there was a special on TV about the Phantom Thieves.
Hell yeah.
Huh? What did it say?
They were talking all about our calling cards.
For real?
For real?
Anyway, my apologies about today. I'll have to see you all another time.
Who was that?
Really? Oh, that's freaking crazy!
I hope all this excitement doesn't place us on the police's radar.
It'll be fine! No way they'd find out about that weird other world.
True, but do you remember what the fake Kaneshiro said towards the end?
The other metaverse user.
Yeah, he said we're not the only ones who are doing it.
Not gonna let it bother me. As far as we know, he was just pulling that shit out of his ass.
Not so sure. The fact that two people have said it now, like both Madarame said there was another intruder and Kaneshiro said there's someone already intruding palaces and doing what they want.
I hope that's the case.
Anyways, in your face, Akechi. Now what do you want to do about our next target?
Don't get ahead of yourself. Still, people might expect a lot from our next move, considering how excited they're getting.
We can't just pick any old schmo now.
There is no need to hurry, though. Counting Kamoshida, we've claimed 3 consecutive victories, right? We should just lay low and wait for all this excitement to blow over.
In that case, how about we have another celebration?
Hell yeah.
Oh, good idea. We can make it a welcoming party for Miss President, too. By the way, that briefcase, it's pretty damn expensive. Let's sell it and drop the cash on our party.
Wow. Seems like the lay low and wait idea has gone completely out the window.
So we can count you out then, Morgana?
What are you talking about? I was just saying we should try and keep our party on the down low.
We're still gonna have a party,
That's the spirit. Well, I'm gonna let Makoto know.
but we're gonna have a silenced party.
Hi, Makoto. There's something we forgot to tell you. So, oh...
What's wrong?
Hello? I hope you remember we have finals next week. Yusuke and Morgana excluded, of course. Do you wish not to stand out? You had best not get bad grades, okay?
I always get the best grades. I'm literally top of the class!
That is something I simply would not be able to
Actually,
overlook as student council
okay.
president.
You know, now I've just brought a good point from myself. I think I'm standing out more now that I'm top of the class. So, hear me out. Thinking of it in the terms of, like, not standing out as far as your grades, wouldn't it actually more sense to be an average student and or below average student? Because everyone associates me as, like, the delinquent transfer student. So, like, wouldn't I be considered, like, hey, you should get, like, bad grades and stuff, because, like, that sort of, like, fits with being a delinquent. Not, you know, like, wow, the delinquent transfer student is literally getting better grades than everyone else in the school. That's kind of sus. You know, I'm just saying, like, as much as I want to do well for you, Makoto, I feel like I should purposely fail. But, sadly, I know the answers.
For now, behave and concentrate on your studies. We can have fun once finals are over. Understood?
That's right, isn't summer break coming up?
Care to explain?
I believe in what I wrote. The Phantom Thieves are just.
Have you figured out who they are?
No, I'm nowhere close. However, after considering all the facts, I concluded there are no errors in their acts or principles. Thus, upon deeming them to be on the side of justice, I have decided to end my investigation.
Hell yeah!
But that's impossible.
Impossible? May I see the evidence you have that leads you to believe so?
I was just speaking to the director of a prestigious college about your letter of recommendation, too.
Oh, you're gonna try and pull that card.
There will be no need for that. I intend on getting into a good college by my own merit.
Oh!
Please excuse me.
Take that, you blobfish!
Hey, we're not done here. Sir, it's me. I apologize for bothering you like this. About that. Yes, I am making progress. However, I have stumbled upon some difficulties.
How about you know, if whatever criminal organization you're working for right now, how about you get off your own ass and try and find us? Why are you getting other people to do your bidding? How about you, you know, like, do some research on your own? Maybe you'd actually find us. I don't know.
Still, why would someone as important as you be interested in a petty case like this? No, that's not what I meant. I will investigate with all the resources available to me. Of course. I should be able to let you know relatively soon. Yes, I will bring good news. Well then, thank you for your... Damn it!
Sounds like you're in deep doo-doo, but, you know, maybe if you treated us nicer, we would have, you know, helped you, but...
I'm home.
You know, I don't really care that you screwed up.
Hi, sis. You look tired. Is everything okay?
Don't worry about me. How about you, Makoto? Have you been keeping up with your studies?
You look tired, sis. I'm just so tired from being so goddamn pretty. When, like, her hair starts, like, blowing in the wind. Oh! Oh!
Yes, of course. Though, what is the point of studying?
What do you mean?
I was just wondering what will be waiting for me at the end. Even if I manage to push through tough entrance exams, I'm still thrust into a competitive society.
Thrust. Call her the Thrust Master.
What else is there besides success? Don't ask me such childish questions.
Isn't this the man the Phantom Thieves sent a calling card for? I heard he confessed all his crimes.
Even the police couldn't figure out why. It really was out of nowhere. This would only make sense if his personality changed. That would be impossible.
Why does it matter? The police still caught him in the end, right?
I had plans set for a promotion, but no one can take credit for his arrest now with that confession. Not that a child would understand.
It's kinda...
So she was pursuing the case after all.
It kinda just sucks that she now, every one of her responses is like, oh, you just wouldn't understand, Makoto. Like, it's something a child wouldn't understand. Like, you just, you know, you know, what is that supposed to mean? Like, why are you asking me these childish questions and stuff? It's really rude. I don't know. I get it. Like, yeah, I would be frustrated too if, like, I was working on a case that I really wanted to solve. Imagine if this was like, you were working on a case where it was like, this man murdered your family. I would honestly, personally, I would want to be the one that brings him to justice. I would want to solve it, and I would want to bring the man to justice. But then when, like, if out of the blue, the man who murdered my family comes out and says, yeah, I'm sorry I did that. Like, I did it, you know, it was all me. Sorry, arrest me. Like, that'd be such a freaking lame form of justice. I don't know, like, yeah, I would probably be pissed too, especially because, like, now she's trying to, like, you know, move up in the ranks to be able to, like, take care of herself more and her sister. Like, she has to move up in the ranks. The fact that she was denied that because of the confession, yeah, I'd probably be a little pissed too. I get it, but where it crosses the line is when she gets pissed at her sibling. When she takes that frustration out on Makoto, that's when it's wrong. But it's okay to be frustrated, honestly.
Promotion. You've changed, sis. But I'll be okay. I finally found a place where I belong.
Now that I'm part of the Phantom Thieves, and then she comes around the corner, excuse me, what?
You're back.
How are things going? You seem to be keeping on a straight and narrow so far, but that doesn't mean you can just slack off with summer on the horizon. Got it? The reaction is incredible. I'm honestly shocked to see it. It is only natural that people are surprised. Even the police were struggling to catch him. Yeah, by the way, you said that you were called in by the principal. Did something happen? It was regarding my investigation of the incident with Mr. Kamoshida. Don't worry, I didn't mention a word about any of you. I essentially told him I was unable to find any information. Thank you, Makoto. Don't mention it. I've graduated from my role as an exemplary honor student. From now on, I'm going to be more honest with myself. It's quite a refreshing feeling. What are you going to do now? Want to stay with the Phantom Thieves? That's my intention, assuming it wouldn't be any trouble. Welcome aboard. It'd actually be a big problem if you didn't stick with it. Well, it'd actually be a big problem if you didn't stick with us. We should allow her to join us. It would be greatly convenient. Well then, I hope I can continue getting along with all of you.
An advisor, huh? This new teammate of ours is pretty promising. We'll be able to do even more now.
Hell yeah! Alrighty then, my tater chips. That is going to do it for this one. I hope you all enjoyed. Woo! Man, there's a lot of free time definitely in between palaces. I'm gonna try my best now, like thinking on it. I do want to leave like each rank up for every confidant, and because I do like I like experiencing sort of like everyone's individual story. But I'm gonna try and cut out as much like in between as possible because there's really not much happening. And I really don't want to make this playthrough any longer than it already is going to be. And the fact alone is that, like, you know, these 2 episodes kind of like in a row is mostly like 90% or 100% just me talking to people. So, and I know for a lot of people that isn't necessarily like their thing. It might not always be their thing. I mean, it might be interesting to be like, oh yeah, that character's cool or whatnot. But like, you probably want to see some more like gameplay and stuff as well. Besides just like going through, doing your day-to-day lives and whatnot. But we'll be back in with the plot momentarily for the next episode. So I hope you stick around and watch. And I'll see y'all in the next one.